Ladies and gentlemen, welcome over here to the DASCAR Valvoline Dirt Ringer Series, season number 4, 2017, here on Oswego Sports. Yes, it's Valvoline Dirt Ringer Series again, race number 3 of the season in this. And we are here at a new racetrack for me, which is the first time this season. We are at Oswego Speedway, if that's how it's pronounced. So, a speedway we have never been to before in any of, well, my series at least. I don't think any other DASCAR series has been here before either. Racetrack, not sure where, just downloaded from nr2k3.weebly.com. And I think it was used in the Hark series, which is run by Sean Angel and John Ciardino last year and this year as well, probably. At least I know that John is busy with it. So that is where I believe the Oswego Speedway comes from. So it's a tiny track. It's pretty cool, and hopefully we are in for a good race. It's 320 miles. It's the full distance, so that means that with 10%, this is going to be a 52 lapper, and that is the longest race we've run so far this season. And after 2 races, it will be the longest race of the whole season. So, few things to discuss before we go to the first recap from previous race, which was at the Gorilla Snot, the big oval, whatever how you call it, Coliseum kind of racetrack or something. Was pretty crazy race again, and especially the finish, as always. So it was, in my opinion, still a great race with a fantastic result for John Dino's team. Bruce Littlejohn finishing the first, winning the race, and eventually also taking 5th in points. Teammate John Ciardino finishing in 2nd. It was a 1-2 for the team, and John Ciardino is currently 2nd in points as well. Very important for the championship later on in the season. Now I do want to set something straight, which I said in the previous race. That was that Bruce Littlejohn comes from Utica, Rome, like John Ciardino. Apparently not. She comes from Washington State, so a little more to the south of that. So that's it. Talking about, well, of course, we have the Valvoline Dirt Ringer Series. Now, at this point, all summer series are underway. So we've also done our first race in the Martini Endurance Series. Was uploaded last week. Also, great race at Le Mans once again. And the Phillips Cup Series also continues again. The DASCAR Regional Pro Cup Series race has been uploaded as well at Watkins Glen. The DASCAR KLM Series race is also up. So a lot of DASCAR action. This time of the year. It will also continue throughout the next few weeks, the rest of the summer holidays. So, hope you guys are looking forward to that. I am for sure as well. The Wildcard car is not picked actually. That means that I put one of my drivers in, and this time it is Aileen de Suiter who is driving number 87 car. So, she's also made her return in the Martini Endurance Series race at Le Mans. Finished pretty good there actually until she crashed out. She did great, ran in top 5, and now she's trying it again on the dirt. So wildcard car, if you still have 0, or if you still want to have a driver in the wildcard car for next race, please comment down low. So if you have 0 drivers, you can do it, or if you only have 1 driver. If you have 2 drivers, not yet. Might come soon. If it's again the wildcard car is not taken by anyone, I will allow everybody to just sign up a driver for the wildcard race, even if you have 2 drivers in already. So we'll see if somebody will pick it next time. So then one more thing I want to discuss as we go to our pace car for a moment. The point stand is currently, of course, only 2 race runs, so it's not that interesting yet. Still, James Winter is your points leader with that 1 victory he has as well. He is 8 points in front of John Ciardino, who's in 2nd, as announced a few moments ago. 13 points behind is Seth Cole in 3rd. That's a big surprise. Sebastian Torres currently in 4th, only 14 points, so 1 point behind Seth Cole. Bruce Littlejohn is in 5th, tied with Daniel Bouchard, and they're all both 1 point behind Sebastian Torres in 4th. Then we got, who else? My mobile phone is tripping a little bit, but don't need it anymore. Then we got 70 points Low and Claudel with 63 points tied with Retech and then a goodbye farewell season. They're both 18 points behind the points leader. Ninth is Max Claudel, who is 20 points behind the points leader and tied with Julius Anderson. So point standing is pretty close. So that's cool. We're gonna get a great season over here. Remainder of the season. First off, let's start with this race here at Oswego. I just don't know how it's pronounced. So we got over Daniel Bouchard in number 42 car on the pole with Henrietta Fitzwater in number 21 car on the outside pole. That is your all-star race winner in the Phillips Cup Series. So a lot of talent already up on the front row, and we got some points contenders right behind there and some rookies as well. So let's get ready, ladies and gentlemen. It's a 52 lapper over here at Oswego Speedway. The green is out. And we're racing in the Valvoline Dirt Ring Series. Look at Tord Larsen making it to the inside of the 21 car and going to take over second place. Can he move on to the lead as well? That's the question. We'll see in a few moments. There goes 42 car up the racetrack a little bit. Coming out of turn number 2. Still Tord Larsen right behind there. So the Norwegian race car driver already up to second position in what has been a very lousy season for him so far. Oh, and we hear somebody's flipping over. We hear cars flipping over. It's the the 60 car of Jane Pinter. That's your points leader that has gone over in big style. And that's the second flip of Jane Pinter, or at least one of his Pony Motorsport teammates this week. Big time damage to the 09 car as well, and the 9 car of Chris Gomez was also involved. Oh man, such a heartbreaker. It's already 2 cars in strife over there. 2 cars of Pony Motorsports. And the pace car is doing a little bit weird. We are looking for the 42 car who apparently is up front again. So that's a big surprise. And well, everybody else I guess was either a lap down or something, I don't know. There's the 09 car coming in on pit lane as well. Priya McShane race over. We saw the 16 car as there as well. Hayate Yamazaki. And we already have a huge crash over on the front straightaway over at Oswego Speedway. We're gonna take a look at what happened over here. It was a big one. And so yeah, 4 cars probably out already. So that's indeed a big one. So 42 car of Daniel Bouchard is still up front. That means we're going to take a look at the replays. Caution number 1 it is. So this is where it started. The 4 wide situation on this racetrack is not really gonna work, especially not because this racetrack is I'm not sure how the grip lines are in this racetrack, but I don't think the bottom line has a whole lot of grip. So we'll see what happens. It's the 48 car of DJ Kirker, your most recent winner in the Phillips Cup Series. We got the 55 car there, the 60 and the 4. And eventually 3 cars make contact, go up the wall, pretty much nowhere to go for Benoit Terravine either. And there goes Jane Pinter for a big ride. Flipping over 2 times, 3 now, 4, 5 times, right in front of everybody else, 6. And there gets hit by the 09 car. That's a big one as well. Hard hit for Priya McShane. 6 flips for Jane Pinter. So pretty much once again from 0 to 0. Finished top 10 in both races, and this time he's going to be the first retirement. Being flip number 3 of this season. I don't think we actually had any flips at Gorilla's Snot. So, otherwise we would have had a flip in every single race now. 60, Jane Pinter, yeah, what a big one. Chris Gomez had a big flip in the Phillips Cup Series a few days ago at Watkins Glen, and now it's Jane Pinter, team owner himself, who went over big time. I mean, look at this, he's flipping over cars, and at 77, Denise Steiner lucky to get by there. Fortunately, the 09 of Priya McShane wasn't as lucky. Actually, I have no clue why the 9 car is stopped, because I don't think that's... Oh, it's weird. that's something I did notice previous race. This mod is sort of like glitching. So I thought that he had a lot of damage, but apparently not. Wow. No. There's like no damage to the 9 car at all. So let's go to Priya McShane. We'll get an onboard first with Priya McShane, then with Jane Pinter, and then we'll move on to live racing again. Here we go. Oh, everybody's stacking up. Crunch, 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 bang. Ouch. Oh my goodness, she also hit that wall opening on the inside on this track. Ouch, that's a big one. There's the 9 car. Oh, did he get hit by somebody? Oh, he did get hit. Oh no. Oh no. What terrible luck for Hayate Yamazaki in the 16 car. She was running in 5th position, or he was running in 5th position. And the 9 car of Chris Gomez couldn't get going and pretty much nowhere to go for the 16. Wham! Straight into the 9. And that's a big one. That's your 5th place car. Oh my god. Oh damn. Well, there's... thank god we got to that 16 car finally. It took ages, man. So 9 cars just stuck in the middle of the racetrack. There the 16 car comes by. Hayate Yamazaki also explains why he's out of the race. I don't know about if others have damage. I mean, like, everybody's glitching over here, so that's a disadvantage of this mod, I guess. James Shelley has a lot of damage, but once again, I don't think it's because of him hitting someone. I think it's just because of indeed glitching. Everybody now has damage, so this is a weird feature of this mod. So that's a shame. Let's go onboard over with Jane Pinter, who indeed is already completely glitched out with a huge amount of damage. So there we go. Just ouch. Finally flipping over. I guess, well, for him the lucky thing is that he got hit by the 09 car, because that stopped him from barrel rolling. So that's a big one, ladies and gentlemen. Already very early over at Oswego Speedway. Daniel Bouchard is your leader, and we will bring you back now live to the action. Okay, I feel kind of stupid because that 9 car is not driven by Chris Gomez. That's what you have when somebody picks the same car but then in a different series. It's actually Chris Dodd who's driving the 9 car and not Chris Gomez. So apologies to him in Pony Motorsports and Chris Dodd as well, because it's Chris Dodd in the 9 car. So at least good thing is he's still running. Daniel Bouchard in the lead with Tord Larsen right behind. Henriette Fitzgerald, Sonic Course, Scott Rouse, Julius Anderson, Aileen de Suite, Max Claudel, and we got there Richard Johnson and Max Anderson. Thank you very much. There we go. Green out once again. So just an update, there are 3 drivers out to race. The 16 of Hayate Yamazaki, the 09 of Priya McShane, and the 60 of Jane Pinter. So pretty much like expected. Daniel Bouchard still front. Tord Larsen is kind of stuck, and we have another incident-ish, but no harm or foul. I heard somebody hit the wall, but apparently it wasn't that hard of a hit to bring out the caution. So Daniel Bouchard still in the lead, but Henriette Fitzwater now is second in front of the 12 of Tord Larsen. Scott Rouse is there as well. And the top 4 pretty close, and then the caution does come out. So 48 car of DJ Kirker again involved in an incident, this time probably with the 67 car of Debbie Myers. So we're gonna take a look at caution number 2 already over at Oswego. So a 3 car incident it actually was. The 00 of Seth Cole was also involved in this deal, and Seth Cole eventually taps around the 48 car of DJ Kirker. Their contact is made, and that will send DJ Kirker straight into Debbie Myers, who pretty much had nowhere to go. And both will spin around. Now, I actually don't think the 67 car will spin. Oh, she got so lucky not to hit that wall. But DJ Kirker does go for a pretty big spin over here. He will eventually hit the outside wall as well. doing minor damage to the front. Debbie Myers just saved it, so she got very lucky in that one. But DJ Kirker, well, not so lucky. Still could have been worse. So just a step from Seth Cole it was, which will send him to the inside. And oh god, Debbie Myers got so lucky not to hit that opening. That would have been a huge crash. So DJ Kirker seems like he's fine. Debbie Myers fine as well, I think so. No harm, no foul. Daniel Bouchard, your leader, and we'll bring you back to the green flag. So we're back again, nothing really has changed, nobody else is out of the race. Daniel Bouchard still your leader in front of Henrietta Fitzwater. Tord Larson now in 3rd and Scott Roush in 4th. Sander Court in 5th. Julius Anderson 6th. Aileen Side 7th. Richard Johnson 8th. Max Claudel 9th. And 10th is still that number 29 of Max Anderson. So we're gonna bring this field back to the green again. Here we go onto the front stretch and the green is out. Almost 40% of the race complete, and Daniel Bouchard has been leading ever since the drop of the green. So, however, he has not really been under attack from anybody, simply because every time somebody came close, the caution came out. So let's see. Well, I'm pretty sure that Henrietta Fitzwater now wants to have a little bit longer green flag run. On this racetrack, it is possible to pass, and it isn't even that hard. But the problem is, well, when you're under caution, you cannot really pass, and as you can see over there, it's now going to be a three-way battle for the lead. Daniel Bouchard goes up the track a little bit, and now Henrietta Fitzwater sneaks on the inside. Tord Larson will stick to the outside for now. Maybe he's trying to get by the 21 car on the outside. Not going to work, because Henrietta Fitzwater will go to the first place. So lead change we got over here. Now of course Tord Larson wants to join as well, as we got a battle for 4th position as well between Scott Roush and Julius Anderson. Two rookies going after each other. Tord Larson in 12 car. Another rookie, man, we got quite some rookies over in the top 10. And quite some returning drivers as well, such as Daniel Bouchard. So Scott Roush still fending off the 99 of Julius Anderson, who has also been pretty good, pretty impressive over the past few races. He's 10th in points, so he has been doing great so far. As the 12 car now pulls it to the inside of Daniel Bouchard. Ooh, a little bit of a slight job there. Still Henrietta Fitzwater, when she took the lead, she didn't drive off, so yeah, everybody's still close to her. And Tord Larson tried to pull it to the inside. The yellow's out once again, and that means that we got a car stopped over, and that's the 29 car. Oh, the 29 car has stopped, so that is not really, I'm not sure if that is the reason for this caution, but the 29 car of Max Anderson was actually in the top 10 at the moment of restart, so I'm not sure if he was when we went to the, when we got this caution. So at least something happened to him. I'm not sure if there were other issues. So far, I don't think anybody had like real big time issues, but maybe some skirmish in the back, but we'll see. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick replay over caution number 3 it is. So it was just a mechanical problem or something for Max Anderson. The reason for this caution and the reason why his car stopped. I cannot really recall if anything happened to him at Watkins Glen, but at Watkins Glen Phillips Cup Series race we also had a lot of retirements due to mechanical issues. So well, apparently it continues over here with Max Anderson in the Valvoline Dirt Ring Series. On the front stretch he just loses drive or something. It may be possible that his car is stuck in 3rd gear because now he's downshifting, so I'm not sure what his problem is, but something is, well, the thing is true, is something ain't right over there, so I don't know. Well, this was probably a pace car, so fortunately it's over, probably for the 29 car, never say never. In the Phillips Cup Series we also saw cars that got all pulled on pit road eventually continue, so we'll never know when it's over until it's over. So we'll see if Max Anderson will still be able to continue at some point, but Henrietta Fitzwater, your leader, will bring you back to the green flag. And so we are back again. Henrietta Fitzwater is your leader with a second place Daniel Bouchard now. Third is Tord Larsen, as we got one lap car over there. Fourth we got Scott Roush. Fifth is Julius Hansen. Guess who's driving over there? It's Max Anderson as well. So, well, two Anderson we get over here. Max Anderson can continue luckily, so we got sixth is the 47 car of Richard Johnson. Then we got the 14 car of Joshua Hyatt in 7th. 8th is on the course. 9th we got the 15 now of Harina McShane. And in 10th we got, who's that, the number 5 car of Alexander Rowe. So big battle over here for the lead, except for that the 9 car of Chris Dodd is a lap down, just like the 26 car or 29 car of Max Anderson. So sort of like it's a battle for nothing. But one thing is for sure, the Henrietta Fitzwater is a pretty fast car, and Daniel Bouchard runs it a little bit wide. Yeah, we got now, actually the 7 car is not a lap down, so Scott Roush has made it to 2nd place already. Getting held up maybe a little bit by the lap traffic the others were, and Scott Roush prevailed, took the advantage, and has driven now to 2nd place. Now he has to hold off the 42 car of Daniel Bouchard, so... And really falling back is the 12 car of Tord Larsen now, who's stuck behind a whole bunch of cars, has already been passed by Julius Anderson, Arena McShane and Richard Johnson. All have gone by. So Tord Larsen going backwards quite rapidly. Thank you, pace car. But the battle for, well, second place is sort of on, but this is an even more interesting, intense battle. Arena McShane, well, Priya McShane retired very early. Now she, eventually she took over the job to finish in the top 10. Same story for Max Anderson, who had issues, and then eventually Alexander Rowe, who's taking over the 6th place now it is. Doing pretty great. But it is Scott Roush who's right behind Henrietta Fitzwater, as we also have gone past the halfway mark. As actually when we already went to green, we got to the halfway mark. So Scott Roush, Henrietta Fitzwater and Daniel Bouchard, only 2 different leaders today, and Scott Roush would love to be the 3rd one and also the last one as well. So we'll see if he will be able to close the gap to the 21 car. He will have to get some speed and clean laps in. Julius Anderson now to 4th place, and to 5th it is the 5 car of Alexander Rowe. Now we got the number 27 car that is. Also somebody who came from outside the top 10, Joki Lehtinen. And pretty much he took over the job from the 12 car of Tord Larsen. Even though they're not teammates, they are countrymates. So of course is falling backwards a little bit as well. John Dino is showing his nose again in the top 10. I guess. No, not yet. Almost. But the battle for 3rd place is on, and the battle for the lead is on as well. Henrietta Fitzwater versus Scott Roush, it is for 1st. And Daniel Bouchard versus Julian Anderson for 4th. But 3rd it is, but the lead change is coming very soon. Scott Roush has the bottom line. And we got another caution. Oh, such bad luck that was for the 7 of Scott Roush. He almost had that 21 car in his pocket. He almost had the lead. He actually had the lead when we got to through turns 1 and 2. But unfortunately he couldn't keep it because the caution was already out. So, well, that's a shame for him. 4th caution of today, and I'm guessing it's once again for the 48 car, but I'm not sure. Maybe somebody retired. We'll see in a few moments, ladies and gentlemen. Caution number 4 it is. Let's take a look at the replays. Well, I guess these wildcard cars don't bring a lot of luck. That's also not very positive for people getting to drive the wildcard car. It's the 2nd race now in a row that the wildcard car has retired, and it's the 2nd time actually that Aileen South has been driving the wildcard car. Also in the Martina Endurance Series, both races she crashed out, and this one was actually a pretty big one. Remember Priya McShane almost hitting that opening on the front stretch in the inside wall? Well, guess who hit it? You feel it coming. Alina South in the 87 car We'll get a tap from the number 2 car of Valentina Fernandez. And there she goes. Goes down the inside and oh boy, that's a hard one. Bang. Oh, that's a hard hit for Elena side in the 87 car. And actually, Valentina Fernandez, she had already a warning from the previous race. Probably she will get a warning from this one as well. So, well, she has to be a little more careful, because if she causes another crash this race, she will get a penalty. For now, she's still fine, so it's just 2 warnings for her. So it's just a shame for the 87 Elena side. She was running in the top 10, then fell backwards a little bit. And eventually, a big one will end her race. Ouch. Oh, that's a hard one. 06 of Joshua Michaels got very lucky in that one as well. So we'll get another replay, final replay of this one. Let's go on with the 87 car. The great Patronus, Lexidus. Steering. Oh no. Oh. That's a hard one. So that's a shame. Such a shame for Union Sighton. Another early retirement. This was the moment we had been watching at this point. The caution comes out. You can see Henry Fitzwater is in front of the 7 car. But not anymore at this point. And I thought for a moment that Scott Rouse was going to take over the lead, but apparently, well, too little too late. But maybe he will have another chance, because we're going green quite rapidly. So let's bring you back to the restart. Alien side is the next retirement on the list. That means we got 36 cars still in the race and 34 on the lead lap. Your leader is Henrietta Fitzwater with in second place Scott Roush. Then we got the 42 car of Daniel Bouchard in third. Fourth position is Julius Anderson. Fifth we got the 27 car of Joki Lehtinen. Impressive job by him cracking the top 5. Sixth is Richard Johnson in the 47 car. Then we got the 15 car in seventh of Irina McShane. 8th is John C. Dina, 9th on the course, and 10th Tord Larson. So that's your top 10. Let's go to the restart once again. Now so far as the 21 car has a pretty good restart, and Daniel Bouchard as well actually pulls it to the inside. Now he's stuck behind some left car. No, not. He goes all the way to the bottom line. Whoa, that was a close call. Great exit from the 7 car of Scott Roush over there, and can he maybe pull to the inside of the 21 car? No, because there is Max Anderson. So Max Anderson being sort of like a roadblock for Scott Roush. Still top 3, very close together. Here comes Daniel Bouchard again, making a move on the 7 car, who in turn tried to make a move on the 21 of Henrietta Fitzwater. Now so far this season we have had 2 races. Both races had only 4 cautions. This race had 4 cautions, so hopefully we can bring it to the finish now without any yellows, and then we'll probably going to jinx it probably. And that would mean that we would continue our streak with 4 cautions a race. Henrietta Fitzwater has cleared Max Anderson. Scott Roush is the next one to do it. Daniel Bouchard, John Cittadino, here he comes again. He is the closer. He has worked his way from outside the top 10 to I don't know where he even started this race. From, that means, to eventually top 10. And now he is in 4th place. Can he move up to the 3rd place? Oh, attack coming from Julius Anderson as well. All the experience from John Cittadino. This is where it comes to play. Henrietta Fitzwater, Scott Roush, John Cittadino. Goes by Daniel Bouchard. And the young New Yorker goes to the front, to 3rd place. Now all he does not need is a caution. And the same story for Scott Roush. But probably Henrietta Fitzwater is sort of like begging for a caution. Still the pressure from Scott Roush is on her. He has not let her go all this race long. Runs up to the track a little bit wide when we cross start finish line. We'll have 4 laps to go. So we're not there yet. Here comes Scott Roush with another attack. Here comes John Cittadino with an attack on the 29 car. Henrietta Fitzwater, Scott Rouse, and now it's John Sedino. As Joki Lehtinen will try to go by the 42 of Daniel Bouchard as well. Almost saw a move coming from Scott Rouse, but he didn't get a very good exit from turn number 4. And he has to go now. He has to go because John Sedino is closing. Henrietta Fitzwater doesn't really mind. She's just hoping for the 7 and the 80 car to go battle. As we got just 2 more laps to go. Henrietta Fitzwater versus Scott Rouse versus John Sedino. 3 great race car drivers, all with different levels of experience. But Henrietta Fitzwater, she has been leading this race for the most of this race. Now all she does not need is lap cars. Here we go. White flag is out for Henrietta Fitzwater in the number 21 car. Your Phillips Cup Series season number 9 All-Star winner. First chase contender of this season. And she's continuing her hot streak. And she's coming out of turn number 3 and 4. No attack coming from behind. And that means that Henrietta Fitzwater will come across the start finish line and win this race over at Oswego Speedway. Great finish. Eventually we saw that the 80 car of John Sedino made a move on Scott Rouse. Not sure if he made, actually I think there could have been a caution. Indeed, the caution did come out. More cars in trouble, so we'll get a replay of that as well. But this race still finished on the green, so Henrietta Fitzwater, your winner. Great race it was, and you could see Scott Rouse finishing in 2nd position, so he barely held off John Sedino with 1.5 tenths of a second only difference between the two. Joki Lehtinen, impressive job by him driving to 4th place, and he will definitely be happy with that. Good for a championship as well. Not sure where he was in points. 36, so he definitely needed a good finish. Daniel Bouchard I think will be a little bit disappointed with this deal. He led the race early on, but continued falling backwards as John Sedino continued going forwards this race. He continued going backwards and eventually finished in 5th. So still a good points day for him. 6th in points is quite important. John Sedino is probably going to be your points leader, as Jane Pinter did not finish. So that already covered as well. Julius Hansen, number 99, solid finish for him, finishing in 6th place, also a good one. Joshua Hyatt in the 14 car in 7th also kept his top 10 position, so great job by him. Richard Johnson, 47 car, finishing in 8th, great job by the German. Tord Larsen, still top 10, with teammate Angel Navarro in 10th position as well. So, well, that's a great march from Angel Navarro through the field, and eventually grabbing that top 10. Both him and Tord Larsen in the top 10, good news for the team. So, Jane Pinter, indeed, as discussed, already out of the race early, finishing dead last. He's not going to be a points leader after this race anymore, especially not because 2nd in points, John Sedino, finished in 3rd. So, new points leader will be that 80 car. Seth Kolf was 3rd in points, 25th, not going to help him out a whole lot. Then we got Sebastian Torres, who was in 4th in points. He finished in 19th, so not too good, but still quite average. So Bruce Littlejohn in the 33 car in 22nd. Well, not too, same story as Sebastian Torres. Not good, not too good, but average. Daniel Bouchard, solid finish in 5th place, and he will probably climb the ladder to 2nd in points. At least 3rd in points. 2nd in points, maybe even as well. So we'll see. Logan Claudel in the number 22 car, finishing eventually in 24th, so also not too good. Ray Tacken in the 37 car in 20th, quite average as well. Max Claudel in the 49 car, he was in the top 10 at one point, but he fell back to 18th, so that's also not very good. And then eventually Julius Hansen, as discussed, 6th place finish. He's probably going to crack, well, maybe the top 10, top 5 points will probably work out for him. Maybe 4th or 3rd in points as well. So we'll see where he will end up. So it was a good race. We're going to take quick replays of what happened in that last caution, and we're going to wrap this up over here. Great race we had at Oswego. Let's take a look at those final replays. Oh, good grief. It was the final lap of the race. And then it went horribly wrong over... Why did Alexander Rowe fall back all the way to 31st position? That's also a big surprise to me. I don't know. But eventually it went completely wrong for Chris Dodd in the final lap. So he was involved in the first caution of the day. Well, he was also involved in the last one. And this one was, well, understatement, A little bit bigger than the first one for him. Gets tapped from the 57 car over there of James Shelley. Goes into the 5 of Alexander Rowe. Well, Rowe will eventually go down the racetrack. Not a whole lot of grip. And eventually, well, everybody just scattering going into turn number 1. Rowe cannot keep control of his number 5. Slides up the racetrack. Collects the 9. Who collects the 57. Who collects the 77. And a huge flyer for Chris Dodd. Right on top of the 57 car he lands. That's now officially a flip as well. And there he goes, just tumbling over with just a quarter of a lap to go. Can you believe it? Well, I haven't really seen that many last lap crashes. Not this big as well. So it was quite a one for the books. So it did bring out the caution, but well, the leaders had already come across start finish line, I guess. So I'm not sure about that actually. They almost got across start finish line, so big one for Chris Dodd in the number 9 cars. They went pretty much from bad to worse. Could not have gone a whole lot better though. But my goodness, that was one way to tore your car up. Of course, don't get me wrong, he didn't do it himself. So that's such a shame, man. A big one for Chris Dodd, the Puerto Rican race car driver, who is in all 3 summer series. So, well, doing a great job. Fortunately, he's gonna end early over here. Well, early. Well, that's not really early. Last lap. Too early. That's true. Oh, golly. Well, on another note, I hope that he's alright, but because that was still a vicious crash for him. So, huge crash for Chris Dodd. To round up this race, your DASCAR, no, you're not your DASCAR, you're the Utica Rallycross Series champion, who just finished right in front of me actually, but still a good competition. Fortunately, it's over for him now. That was a big one. So at least this is your winner, Henrietta Fitzwater, and she has already come on pit road. So that was it for this race. So next race we will go to Cedarburg, which is going to be another brand new racetrack for me. Never had a race over there, so hope it's going to play out. This one was a pretty good one for his first race ever here. So let me know if you like this race / track. Between brackets that would be. Because it could be possible that this racetrack is going to appear more often, not only in this series, maybe in the Phillips Cup Series as well. But although we have some quite solid dirt tracks over there as well. So let me know what you think of it. If you want to have that wildcard car, please let me know. Comment down below. First come, first serve. Only if you have 0 or 1 driver already in the series. And then you can sign up for the wildcard car, number 87 car. And we'll see how it will play out. But for now, I want to thank you very much for watching. Congratulations to Henrietta Fitzwater, 3rd different winner of this series, of this season. It was a good race. I'll see you next time with the DASCAR Valvoline Dirt Ring Series, season number 4, 2017, here on Oswego Sports.